G2 nice and early. Looking like they want to try and play this one purely for retake. Full evacuation. Rarga on his little perch. Dash is going to be fading away, but at least going to be able to try to get this plant down now. Util's going to be sent flying forwards. Wall up on top of it with the paranoia offloaded. It's all sweeping across the side. Not enough to try and push them back, and Midi going to get traded. Toppled. Towards the top there, JonahP lurking slightly around to the side here, and there's that Sage coming into play. jawgemo stinking, Haven to defuse, win concert to G2, a pistol round in their back pocket.
For an AXX instead. If they go back though towards Coconut.
Just spotting the legs, Coconut is falling asleep at the wheel. Osmos is going to be calling for his team, reinforcements arriving, this is going to be a brawl. Bit of a tussle occurring out towards B main, yet somehow G2 is still ended up the winners of it. Paranoia used that insurance policy.
A rough beginning and a rough continuation.
Open access over towards the A side though, trying to go for that plan. Swinging to the back, Leaf lucky to be alive. Just about backs himself away here. And XLG looking like they want to fight this one forwards, not defaulting back and away, already making the necessary adjustments against the Sage pick.
Remember, you can't allow jawgemo to get into position to just put this wall down in front of the diffuse.
Darts flying sky high, face out the good side, it's G2, plenty of bodies, plenty of action, still XLG, they have those rifles, tucked up closer towards the side, it's whiffy! Viva dropped, and Midi's next, it leaves it all just down to happywei. It's snappy. He's going to need a bit more where that came from as well. Damage has definitely been done as well. Tucked to the side though, 28 HP. Is it enough to work with? Tap it on and running him down. Just making sure to deal with a lot of that early util. G2 open up with the slow orb up towards top. Now the drone as well. Mo going exploring. There's a re-swing off to the side. And adjustments necessary. Calm and steady aim in the end.
It's always G2 driving the action here. They fought over towards B in the previous round, now they're fighting towards A, and it just drives XLG into the opposite site. XLG need to find some way of disrupting the tempo. And the plant denied.
I mean, the one was dead, they just sent the spike into his death.
Coconut.
Not long for the world.
Even if he got past Trent there, I don't think there was a chance that he was also getting past Leaf.
Refighting. A little bit deeper. Flash. Not really recoverable. Slow orb's going to be down. G2 still wants to play this one for the retake. And jawgemo just taking that slight peek up from Kitchen into that angle. Midi's going to be dropped now. Just 2 left to stand against it, but swarms on every possible position. G2 have got their number. And Leaf is the one to be delivering that dagger to the back. This drone is going to be going straight down. Potentially broken early. Yep,
it's a good bait.
Takes it. It is that bait and switch. happywei. He just whiffs it.
You can't lose that. He doesn't have the confidence to peek properly. Just sees the ponytail of jawgemo. And now they're making a predictable reaction again. Fast into the A site, hit by the lockdown.
Yeah, and it's going to be stunted. Pushed back and away as well into the arms of JonahP.
Spike planted.
Plant is down, but 2 players have to stand against it. 2 managed to block away. JonahP from the picture, but that's an ult expended. Viva has let this one loose as the last player left alive, and the options dwindling now for any chance of winning the round, and they know it. G2, they're skipping now.
Yeah, I don't think there's another way of slicing it at this point in the year. It does look like G2, but, you know, if they lose this match, then suddenly all of those narratives get flipped on their head entirely.
Gone. Yeah.
It's a very different crop of teams that we've got here compared to Bangkok.
Waiting for the next round of the Viper Wall fuel to come up, and now XLG slowly creeping past the boundary. Dart into the back as well, smoke to try and obfuscate as well, cut off to the side. JonahP is going to be holding this one back, and he's got help from the rest of his team. They collapse onto the G2.
And G2 have actually changed it up slightly. They're playing on with their Killjoy util.
There it is, hold on, trying to play up onto one side. JonahP's going to be punished for it.
Jorg is trying to get a Sage wall so that he can land above their heads, but he's...
Wait a minute.
He's either missing it or he's not taking the timing.
Potentially biding his time as well. Tara, okay, drone broken.
That wall, if he hits it, gets him an angle to kill people who are crossing over to yellow.
And XLG are trying to work the map a little bit here and trying to work some picks. Rarga just steps up. Very long sight line, unable to get the kill there. A couple of stray bullets onto Leaf, but he just backs himself away on top of it. Now the lockdown is here. happywei
That's spike, wing.
Hoping to save it for post, I think. If they can get a free plant on, that would be ideal.
It's a good read.
Yeah.
They've taken down the Killjoy utility earlier on, and Trent, he's not going to invest his overall for that. This round has got to be, it's a must-win.
It has to be.
It's a can't-lose kind of situation.
Investments they've got as well, but Rarga's been dropped as well, but potential rifle spam, I think, through the wall. It might have just caught him. Unaware. Smokes are going to be dropped down now with a dart towards the back, but again, the pit obfuscates. It hides a lot. It's a blight onto the side here. Wall needs to be broken in time. Portion of it is jawgemo! My God! Jumps up and over, tap onto it, and it is just rooting out!
That's absolute brilliance. The Sage Wall over the top of the Nidus. So these two ults from happywei and Trent kind of cancel each other out. And they're hoping that's going to make a distraction for this mid push.
Yeah, 3 players up through mid now. XLG looking to pounce. That's an updraft dash all the way around to the side. And jawgemo caught unaware, still not dead though. And the players are dropping.
Spike down, mid.
It's XLG with the cheeky idea. Something to try and turn the tide of the way that this map has been going. But G2, bit of luck and a draw, of course, is being played. But I don't know. XLG have been handed opportunities to get kills. They've just been missing them.
That Sage Wall reaction from Jorg just completely blocks the spike into mid.
30 seconds
But I would have liked to see XLG take a timing after Trent had already invested the ultimate. Wait for the Sova to be stuck inside of his ult.
One last
before
player
you
with a gun
pounce.
out.
And now in a 2v5, this round is impossible.
It's cooked. 15 seconds left. Spike's out of reach. It's a pure save.
It's the most out of reach it could possibly be on an Icebox
10
attack
seconds
round.
left.
The spike going through mid. And these two players
One enemy
left in
remaining.
A.
Hunted.
Flawless.
Not even a gun.
last.
I don't think Midi has used the Thrash all game. Can we get a Gecko ult out here and apply some pressure onto people, get into deep positions on the sites, set Rarga up somewhere where they're not going to be hunting for him?
In through mid. Drone spotting a happywei. He can exit here if he wants to, but I think just feeling the pressure to at least get a pick, anything to turn the tide of the way that this has been going. And here it is. Hunter's Fury, Thrash, spend it up over towards the B side and catching into his sights. Leaf, watchful eye onto his adversary.
And Coconut pushed up to danger completely on his own. Rarga actually one of the most passive players in his positioning.
Last
Fully
player
cleared out.
standing.
It's just up to Rarga. Last one left. Got to see those heroics. Makes a decent go of it. But a go of it doesn't earn you a round.
And the coordination there is massively had a Thrash to try to work forwards, and it was only Coconut who took any space. Coconut pushes up to danger, he gets caught. Unlucky, you could argue, but where's the rest of the team?
Jiggle jawgemo. Sole defender over towards A. Many angles of which he can be spotted at, and yes, he is plucked out of the picture.
Pays a little bit there for the hubris of holding such a out in the open kind of angle.
Lockdown's going to be expended nice and early though. This is what Leaf looking to try and push them back and away. Rarga overstaying his welcome.
And remember now, jawgemo dead, that means no Sage Wall to be able to get that easier diffuse off. So a lot of it's around the smokes.
Paranoia is perfect. Rarga, that's instinctual. Right click with the knives and he's stepping all the way up and through. Finally though, dismissed and dealt with. Quick little peek though, toppling, and as the mollies are going to be going up and over, this could be the best chance in a long while. XLG, still Leaf, watching for it. Too many bodies though, and a bit of spam.
Similar game plan, right? Where they're going to fight over towards B, they're going to try to get information there and play a retake style on A where they have a bit of plant denial. It could be straight out of the G2 playbook.
All up and over, a bit of spam to try and break this one early, but not in time. Still stands for now, plant up towards the top. Rapid approach. This is from the flank, and it's all going to be heard and received by Trent. Surely going to be common. He's just holding for any extra element that might be coming out through that one, and he's still tucked, so he is safe in this possible position, and now sees it off to the side. That's just a classic in hand. Rarga has been dealt with, taken out. Now it's up to Leaf to try and step up to it and see if he can hold this one back here, and losing control to the flank. The players are dropping like flies here. G2. Not sure which way they wanted to look. Barrel sticking out. Matters not. We've seen G2 rip the unsuspecting. Tear them apart with his stingers in hand. Peeks off to the side here with the Outlaw.
The Outlaw's a great purchase.
Yeah, it's shown. JonahP looking up through mid. There was a chance of the timing there for him. Lee just snaps right up top.
Oh, what is this guy?
Midi's got the peaks of his own. And everybody feeling like they have to be the hero in a moment like this when you're down to this extent. Snap it up to the side, that's 2 shots required, and G2 overwhelm. They swarm the back of the side, Coconut. It's the last one left to do it. All laughs now though.
Or was it round 3? Anyway, whenever they won that first round.
Oh, there's just nothing going right for XLG here.
No, happywei, even the movement, he ends up tripping over his shoelaces, gets caught there by Trent. The ults are good, and it's the same trio from XLG trying to make something happen again. They pushed out A in the previous round, now they've gone over to B.
JonahP. Oh, he's in transit, he's blocked by the barrels. Could have had an exit perhaps, maybe, but Midi's going to be dropping him nevertheless.
I mean, to be fair, it's a very new map, isn't it? Those barrels only just got recently added.
A lot of changes to Icebox recently, so.
4v4.
Rifles in the hands for XLG, and they're stomping, they're marching. They know it's the last lifeline here for them on Icebox. Time to make a go of it once more. Stepping forwards here with a flash, that's a bit of an indicator close to the corner! What are you doing? Cycling the util. jawgemo is let loose and unleashed, and leaves it down to Coconut in a 1v2, all for the map, all here and now! jawgemo already going exploring up through mid here with a flash and a horn up towards the top and wrapping around to the side. It's a lot of damage, no slight kill, but valyn might get that exit or not. happywei trying to catch him. Paranoia just barely there towards his back and peeking out through the smoke. Trent will be punished.
It's a beautiful idea from G2, and yet no kills whatsoever.
Spike planted.
All going the way of XLG. They now have C control, garage lurk, 5v2. Couldn't get a better beginning.
All offside as well. No smokes alive. valyn has been dropped. One way propped up on top of it. It's inevitable at this point. XLG going to be able to get that strong start they were hoping for. Rarga from behind. Just trying to tap away there, ghost in hand. jawgemo puts him down, but his team leaf. Flash and a drone up and over. As the Thorn's dead, but a bit of spam for the wall. B seems to be the goal.
Right into where the wall was, but they've gotten a bit lucky. The leaf's already gone.
The side stepping straight back into this one. valyn takes out Rarga. Coconut gotta try and hold this one down on through the bottom of mid, but here comes the re-exploration of G2.
Weapon here.
Through Link now, 3 players stacked up, grouped up, ready to explode. They spotted it, just trying to see if they can get any sort of easy access to these fights. Open sight lines, XLG not willing to get them too easily. Still, too much to overcome, and heads are rolling. G2, how?
Pops the dimensional drift.
And this one flying forwards, but the Thorns were dead nice and early. It's a shock dart sent flying in.
I'm back.
Gains himself backside control though, out towards into Gong, has a flash up and under. This is G2 playing this one fast with the flood defense. They want to try and take this one by storm, and they're overwhelming.
Spike down, B.
Stinger in the hand of jawgemo obtains the upgrade in the end, and Viva's the last one left. Can't stand again. Deep smoke. Placed down here by XLG, looking to hopefully get a few more. happywei. It's called Trent. Stepping straight back up, and hello!
I know exactly.
2 players toppled. XLG kick the doors down over towards A, and they're going to cause G2 to scurry their way around. It's only JonahP who's going to be home.
It's unbelievable value from happywei. They're picking up these guns. Jonah's got to try to stop them going for something quick.
Yeah, their only chance is JonahP stalling this one out. Tucks himself into the short position, looking to try and get embedded. The damage on the happywei prior is enough to try and stop him. TP in forwards, but again, no one's covering. No one's watching it. Doubled up though, round towards it. You got to try and do the most now. The XLG rifles there. Being reinforced as players here waiting off to the side, including Trent tucked into the corner.
30
Inside the
seconds.
Viper orb, and Rarga's dealt with TP into the back. Nothing else to really supplement the rest of that one after shock. And there it is. Trent's pushed out into the open, but with that operator in the hands of jawgemo, short is on lockdown. Flash, dodged up and over towards the top, supplementary util, and it's a scramble and mad dash.
3 of the players. And so overall, in case things get a little bit tricky, XLG will be trying to win this one.
Shock's not going to do much there for the Vice wall. Obviously intended for the Thorns that have been placed prior. TP into the back, and you just can't get out of dodge. Still, it's there, available, ready, and waiting. JonahP wants to try and flood his way in, and the vulnerable It's across the board. XLG though, the ones dominating, or as I say that, he's going to take out 2 of them. Leaves it into a 1v2 spot for Trent. We've seen this guy in the clutch.
Nobody's powerful at long range. And I think he should start to get the read that they're playing off-site here down C long.
Yeah, reveals his position. Now time to send some util flying forwards here. Sees, deaded. That's going to be cutting up the close angle here. Slight tap, trying to force these players out wide into the open. And happywei takes the peak. Time ticking though onto this spike, and the spot just unwinnable now. happywei doesn't land that shot though. Still, there might be an opportunity. There might be a chance. Angle right now. Rarga's got you watched. Flash dodged, and there's the peak, and there's the get out. Rarga.
It's a good shot as happywei feeds into this B-lurk position. XLG, they're playing slowly. And a kill happened there on both ends. Rarga also punished Trent for an info peek.
Rarga hasn't cleared that. I think he's missed it on top of the box. And he's just out into the open. jawgemo there with a trade. Rarga might have just done enough though. Still that TV forwards. Midi, he's got to be sharp with it. Rifle in hand, finally putting a stop to it. jawgemo's running rampant ever so slightly here. Midi and Viva being left to do it now. Jump spot out into the open. Stray shots and damage and spamming all. Oh my, no coverage in sight! Not like this!
Should have been enough.
1 enemy remaining.
Look at this again.
Joking.
Absurd.
So it's going to be primed in the hands of these players. XLG looking to potentially go now. There it is. Fault line forwards and the C's to meet them. Locking them down. XLG can step no further. At least for now, Rarga re-exploring. Risks to be taken with just the Sheriff in hand.
XLG did win that thrifty before.
There's a head. Clean off the shoulders. valyn's going to be done. No more.
It does feel like Rarga's starting to get a feel of the game.
Heating up.
He's playing very much on his own, though. It's not like he's using that initiator util. Mostly just setting himself up for kills.
And he was dragging most of the G2 players away, but a flash got a connection. Contact over towards A, and it's caused them scurrying back and over, but XLG are playing the long con. Going back over towards Rarga, why not? But he earned himself the entirety of the C site.
It's a very dangerous rotate from Viva going through mid there, exposing himself to B and Garage. But they make it through. No casualties.
30 seconds left.
Should be a plant.
Lost shots fired off. jawgemo looking for a lucky connection in all. Rarga, he's forward again. And this guy is indomitable! Rarga!
That's what you're hoping for from XLG's superstar.
Face your fear!
Knew that he had to make the play. The only player with a rifle. Utterly so. But you can't do that consistently. And he won't even get a chance in this round. Runs into jawgemo, takes an op bullet.
Cover going out.
jawgemo looking to spot out these players now. Dimensional Drift sees the 2 of them.
That's great info. I'm back. You know that the Cypher's lurking somewhere. You know that all 3 of the other players are over towards A. And Jorg, he's already anticipating that they're going to be making a bit of a pivot. happywei's caught the timing past the flash.
Yeah, he has. No acknowledgement on that one.
Very fast timing.
About as good as the timing as he could possibly hope for. It's still being jiggled, but yeah, Leaf unanticipating it.
Cage triggered.
Leaf even went for a reaction Thorns pop there at 40 seconds. Jorg's on an island.
And happywei
30
making sure that he
seconds
can
left.
really take advantage of the fact here over towards C. This is valyn, he full sticks it, he's all the way in through into the back and still cleaned up in the end. XLG now, they do have finally open access to that C site.
This would be
work being put in.
This would be an incredible round for XLG to get a 7-5 half, more than they could have dreamed of early.
happywei. He's got the operator in his hands here. Misses the first shot though, and a bit of spam. Trying to run this guy down all the way. The ults though have been earned up. Midi stands up.
That flash tells them that there's somebody either peeking Garage or on the flank.
TP into the corner. Uh-oh. Snake bite round towards the back. Flash into your face on top of it. jawgemo trying to take that fight, and he was set up relatively well. G2 though, can he follow up of the most of it? He's going to trade onto Midi, but this anchor smoke is brutal to get through, and Viva just trying to weave in and out between it. valyn drops one,
Spike
dropped
down
himself,
A.
traded in a moment's notice. Up towards the top though, no more smokes. Up towards heaven, and happywei just poking his head out. Spike has been dropped out into the open.
Yeah, and that's a little bit tough because they know there's a player over towards heaven. happywei with a ghost and very little health. How do you block
30
this off?
seconds left.
Just has to be the double hold as they reclaim it, retrieve it. Scurrying back now to safety, getting that plant down.
Yeah, and I think happywei missed his timing
Spike
to
planted.
have influence in this round.
Could have potentially done it, but now G2 are going to be tucked in safe positions, trying to play a bit more discipline, and there it is. As soon as you catch the contact, Leaf is supposed to be the
like I'm
pivotal.
talking about. XLG's comp is better for A lobby control.
Rarga did take out Valyn, but he is traded.
Yeah, so best case he's managed is going 1-for-1, and I'm not sure that that's enough in a round like this. G2 slow things down. XLG take the response into mid. This flash, Vice flash, up on their screens, always available to get the info.
Oh, 3 players. Lying in wait now. Plenty of bullets left waiting, and more where that came from. JonahP, he knows where that final player could be lurking around towards the side, and Midi does a decent job of it still into the 1v1. It's Leaf versus Viva.
And it's a must-win here for Viva.
Thorns activated.
It's G2's bonus. They can still afford to buy into the next. Viva can't.
Spike planted. Flash placed.
Mutual setup. Plant is down, and the game of timings is just missed by Leaf, but still, it's going to be wrapping this one all the way around to the side, and a bit of patience now played as well.
Viva's had a nightmare of a map so far. He's 2-10. This would be everything for the guy.
Flash hasn't seen much. He's got to reveal his hand. Deep dart down, and it clears one of the angles for him. Doesn't know where to expect Leaf, though, creeping around, crawling around this guy. It's all over the place.
Here.
Putting a stop to it here and now. Going to get cheeky there, hopping around to the side. Hold on, happywei with the Sheriff. Shots are flying and rattling down that sight line. 3 versus 3. What it's come down to now here, playing a bit off-site still. Coconut is up. They're going to have smokes to play this one. You can't be entirely off the side, and G2 I think have just realized it. Now starting to play up a little bit more. Late lurk now from Leaf. It's going to be that backup policy, but with a bit of pace, might not get a chance to do it here. Shots already fired. Valyn has been caught from behind. The TP down towards long. You are completely out of the picture. jawgemo is forwards, and guns need to be at the ready. It's Viva again versus Leaf once more. Can he do it? Tapping out, searching, hunting. Slowly losing their chance. They're staying alive here in a global event. Flash and a peek alongside that horn. Viva!
That's big.
Okay.
That's redemption for Viva.
Answers back. 2, make it 3, make it 4! God! A bit of fire, bit of fury, inserted into it. Raw spam maybe to get the job done towards the end. He's 1 away from the ace. And it would do wonders for the confidence. Leaf is dodging, juking, desperate to stay alive. The movement of Jan denies him his chance in the sun.
But no, hold on.
Now hold on.
Pump the brakes. There's a minute still left here. I've seen Leaf work magic before, and his wall gets tripped over towards C.
There's a 1v2 though, and he's walking knife out. Doesn't realize that.
Completely alone.
He's walking all the way down mid. He's exploring. jawgemo with a dimensional drift clears all of the A site out. Spots it. Multiple players there. Rarga taking a peek. Let's claim JonahP.
And this allows them now to use the Vice ultimate for post-plant.
Midi to tap. He's forced out the ult early here. Players going to be colliding, clashing. jawgemo tries to step forward. He's going to try and stem that bleeding, shore it up, at least momentarily here, round to the side. And the ult's going to be extended. Oh my goodness, he's just swapping around the weaponry. Valyn just walking. happywei from on high. Operator in hand after shot, pushing him out wide. And it's just left down to Trent in that 1v2 scenario. And happywei, potentially a B-pop, jawgemo being a backstab. Looks like that is where they're going to be trying to go for here, but Midi has plenty of utility to dissuade this. Trip. Ball's going to be triggered round from the side here. Sheriff not doing enough. happywei, near-sighted, matters not. Viva offloading it, buying time now for the Flood to try and get in. There's 7 seconds left. G2 trying to get that plant down here, running and gunning, and Coconut just laying claim down now onto the side. Leaf is the last one left. Gun into his hands, defuse is sticking, Shorty's round the corner.
Tried to get into that deep position that Jorg played in previously.
Hold on.
You're done.
AC. Yeah, we're seeing it. It's going to be that nightfall scattered forwards, no connections. TP now into the back by Valyn. I know it's all clear.
Oh, fake as well into spawn, so they do have to respect that. There's an Omen smoke in the defender's spawn that they might have teleported into.
It's going to bleed time out of XLG where they have to try and at least defend this one. Still, he's ahead of it as that smoke just dissipates. jawgemo, he's wide out into the open. Trying to flash his way in, but Valyn's still towards the back. This is going to be clearing up the question marks. Here for XLG.
Important trade.
They're going to be clearing up most of the map as well. Into, through, and the side. B side.
They have flash, they have recon.
And there it is, recon up and over. Smoke. Dropped up, a bit of spam from G2. Is this what it's going to take? Is this how they're going to be claiming this round here? Stepping forwards and past it. the line of scrimmage that was layered down, and its stray bullets follow the tracers. Time has run out. G2 are up to 12. Very tight angle to behold. Just catching the clone. Takes that first contact, forces the TP back at him. So Rarga evacuating. Through the back though, this is happywei hard committed. He's decayed down. Thorns and a snake bite, it's all offloaded. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Foul concoction that G2 just brewed up, and now with a player advantage, sight control is theirs. We're looking at Rarga to see if he can be the difference maker. Peeks out wide, don't follow up at all. It's the Vice Sword offloaded now. Thorns scattered wide. And with it, XLG's hopes. Jawgemo taking point, taking contact, and bodies are dropped at a moment